Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the VR Master League. I am your caster, Noman with a 4, and I am bringing you a hometown favorite. Danglers versus Blaze. Sunday night. It's the last game, I think, of the week, and we're gonna save the best for last, ladies and gentlemen. And that might just be bias for me, but honestly, this is gonna be a fun one. We got Danglers versus Blaze. We are waiting on the lobby to come up, so we got a little bit of time to talk about the bans and picks. So the bans, let's start off with that. For the Danglers side, they have opted to ban Downfall. For the Blaze side, the ban comes out as Tanker. So nothing too surprising here, I don't think. Looking at some statistics of past games, Downfall has not gone swimmingly for Danglers in the Blaze matchups of old. There have been 3 so far, and of those 3, 2 played on Downfall, both Blaze took, so not a surprising ban there. And I don't think anybody would be surprised by a ban of Tanker against the Danglers. It is one of their absolute favorite and best maps. So not a particularly surprising choice there from either side. And we're also taking the longest and relatively shortest map out of the rotation. We are just left with our sort of small to mid-range maps. The first map pick is coming out, as the lobby did just come up, and that is going to be Bazaar. We're going to be casting the first match on Bazaar. I'm excited. I'm excited for this. Some of you may or may not know, Blaze is my home team. I am the captain of Blaze, actually, so not just my home team. It's my team. But very excited to bring this action to you guys. Okay, we've got everything set up and ready to go. The lobby is coming up. Folks are filing in. So this is the Danglers map choice, as they are the home team. And everybody is filing into the lobby now. At the top of this cast, I want to thank our sponsors, VR Cover and ProTube VR. Do appreciate you guys supporting the league. You as viewers have not checked out their stuff, please go and do that. They're fantastic accessories for VR that honestly just make it better. And that's a tall order to make VR better. But I do also want to thank our our wonderful viewers for tuning in. Thank you guys for coming to hang out with me on a Sunday evening and watching these two fantastic teams, two very similar teams play out. We're gonna be seeing some real aggressive play here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is two of probably the more aggressive teams in the league right now, and obviously I'm extraordinarily excited to see how this shakes out between these two teams. Everybody's in the lobby and just about ready to go, so we should be kicking off here any moment. Quickly gonna go over the rosters here. I'm actually gonna go ahead and bring in the game audio, and we'll just pop into gameplay real quick so you can see who is the starting lineup here. So on the Dangler side, we've got Rushers, Plenus, Nintendo, Stumpy Nub, and Llewellyn. And on the Blaze side, you've got Zero, Squigookin, Birds, Prefontaine, and Silent Knight. Pretty solid lineups all across the board. Blaze obviously playing with their 3 newer pickups, all 3 in one match. So it's maybe the first time I think we've had all 3 in an official. Maybe not. Who knows? That's the fun. But we are almost ready to kick off the first round, so we will go ahead and set up our cameras, as one would. The first objective for this first map is going to be the East Hotel, the Northeast Hotel Courtyard OBJ. Danglers going to be on the offense. Blaze trying to hold down that defense. You know, in the chat, what you guys think is going to be the outcome of the game today. Give us your votes. Let us know. Very excited to be watching this matchup myself. I should be playing, but you know, some injuries. Injuries will keep you on the IR. But I wouldn't want to miss this action for the world. Nor do I think anybody else does. This is a fantastic, storied rivalry between these two teams in the VRML. And with that sound, ladies and gentlemen, we're kicking things off here. All right, here we go. Round 1, map 1. It is time for Danglers versus Blaze. Danglers on the offense, getting that quick spawn in the northwest. So we should be seeing a relatively quick rush here. See what defense Blaze opts to take. Will it be aggressive or will it be relatively controlled? Danglers really filing through. The pre-fire from Stumpy Nub coming in. And a few members of Danglers already making it to the kayak courtyard. Rusher is going to be the first one to find his pick as Verds gets a little aggressive on the objective. Rushers will find the headshot there, make it a quick 4v5. A little bit more pre-fire from the Dangler side as they continue to set up their approach here in the north. Prefontaine likely going to be spotting Llewellyn here. Prefontaine's laser already trained. Smoke's coming in. We've got Plenus on the inside here. Pushing through. Zero is going to find that aggressive push. And now Rusher's looking for the refrag. Prefontaine does find Llewellyn despite the smokes being set up for his push. The confirm will come out. And that leaves just the 3 Danglers here in the kayak versus 4 on Blaze. Rushers will be peeking for Prefontaine's position here. Will he be able to spot him out? The smoke should still be providing some cover. Once that smoke dissipates, though, somebody is going to win this trade. Stumpy just on the inside here of the OBJ window looking for one pick. The trade comes out between Prefontaine and Rushers. That's 2 for Prefontaine. Rushers is taken out now. Stumpy will be looking for 0. Ooh, he does catch the rotation. Not able to get the shots off in time, however. The Danglers are operating with at least 2. Knowledge of where 2 of the players are from the Danglers. Stumpy Nub finds Squigukan on that backside of the OBJ, and now 0 will have to start rotating in as it's just Silent and 0 on the inside. Be surprised to see a cap attempt here, and 0 trading with Stumpy, but Nintendo finds Silent in the blue room to give Danglers their first round win. They will take the offensive win there in round 1. Stumpy Nub picking up 2. Looks like Rushers may have had a drop. Those kill counts don't make any sense to me, but either way, Danglers will take that first offensive round. Now Blaze is going to have to put something together here to respond. Can't let this first map get away from them. It's coming from behind can be a pretty difficult scenario on almost any map, and keeping that defensive advantage can be so important. So we'll see how the Danglers set up their defense and if Blaze can punch through. I'm going to be saving my voice, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of this action coming forward. I've already done a cast today. I'm just going to be saving myself for all this juicy action that we're going to be seeing here today. All right, the timing bell has rung. The gameplay is kicking off round 2. There we go. Now it is time for the Danglers defense on this East Hotel objective. We'll see if Blaze can find their way through, similar to the way Danglers were able to take that. Here we go. Blaze did get that quick spawn, but opting to fan out, not pushing all through Coyote. Like we may have expected with the aggression, Nintendo already on the inside here of the Coyote. We'll be looking for Silent Knight in his position here in the center courtyard. Silent is definitely hearing all these call-outs. I wonder if Silent was able to spot out Nintendo rotating to the upstairs. There's quite a few people watching Silent's position. Stumpy does find Silent on the inside of the courtyard, and just like that, Blaze down to 4. They've got 3 here in the east, and now we'll see how this south approach. I'm gonna zoom on over here. Bird Zero and Squig all pushing up on that southeast side. Just one in the north. The one in the north likely will need to wait a little bit until some confusion is caused by this Blaze offensive push in the southeast. Squig, Verds, and Zero still figuring out exactly how they want to make this approach. They will have to deal with rushers in some capacity before they're able to make the courtyard. Take a look at the overhead map here. You can see the setup. They've got 3 strong right on OBJ. Rushers is in that top right, although the minimap is not showing him. And then Prefontaine in the northwest there. Just making sure nobody gets out and around through Kaya, but he will have to deal with Nintendo's sight line if he wants to make that approach. Blaze definitely taking their time here, not the speedy push that I expected to see out of our usually aggressive Blaze team, but if they've got something cooking, we'll find out. Prefontaine doesn't, though, as Nintendo will clean him up in the north, and now it is 3v5. As 3 minutes burn away, and there are just 3 left. They're going to start pushing across here. The smokes will come out. Should shift the defensive focus quite a bit. Rusher's now going to check this back wall. Will he be able to spot out Zero in time? Rusher's ducks out of the way of the bullets there. The nade coming out. Will Zero spot it? He does indeed. The rotation comes through. Squig trying to find rushers here. Wonder if we'll see the rotation from the defense to watch this backside. Birds just continuing to watch the flank. Stumpy on the inside of the blue room. Try and make sure we catch all the action here. 2 minutes left. The call out for the time comes out. Now the smokes start making their way out onto the street. See if they can completely circumvent rushers here. They'll have to clear him out one way or the other. Ooh, and a nice nade check there on the objective. Doesn't catch anybody, but a very nice attempt. A good position for that, and rushers catches the back of Birds here as He was not able to be taken out by Zero. He will also find Squig, and that's just going to leave one. Zero with 1:30 left here, trying to hold on to this round. Rushers rotating out. Minute and 20 seconds. Ooh, and Stumpy catches the back of Zero as Rushers finishes it off. That nice rotation there will give Danglers round 2 of this first map. 2-0 start for Danglers, very strong, but we'll see if a shift in objective can change things up a little bit. The objective will shift to the south center Humvee objective. Danglers, they're not having too much trouble defending that objective. The indirect approach by Blaze not working out in that attempt. Now we'll see if they can mount another offense. They gotta be thinking cap here to try to close out the series. I'm sorry, the map. Not the series just yet. Try to close out the map versus Blaze if they can get the cap here, and this is a very capable objective. This is definitely something that Blaze and other teams have struggled with in the past, this objective in particular. I think this one in Kayat on this map can be pretty difficult, but we will see how that Blaze defense does as we get into round 3. And now we are going to be seeing the defense here, the northeast spawn for Danglers. All right, the defense getting set up there. Pretty heavily west focused. It is an east. This is going to be an east spawn as Nintendo trades shots with Birds and does win the exchange, immediately taking one out. Now it is silent on the objective. We're going to start seeing the smokes early as the east cross starts to get set up. Crossing to mid. Zero's gun there, not quite panning out. Silent Knight looking for the trade, but no. Stumpy Nub will actually be the one that finds the kill, and just like that, 2 members of Blaze already out. The nades coming out onto objective. The rotation's coming back. They've got to be on the OBJ. Stumpy and Nintendo pushing through. Stumpy finds the bullets of Squigukin. Can he find Nintendo, who is slowly approaching on that side? Rushers on the south finds another, and now Plinus and Rushers will be tightening the noose on that south side. As Nintendo sits on this corner, will Zero be ready for this peek? I don't think he will. Just checking tablet right now. This would be the prime time to check this corner, and there it is. Zero taken down by 1. Nintendo taken out by Squig. Now it's just a 3v1 all onto Squig to try to hold this defense as the Weller, Plinus, and Rushers all push in. Oh, the Weller could easily find the back of 1 right now. Plinus checking tab there, not able to catch Squigukin's positioning. If he decides to run, oh, he was going to be spotted out, but no, Plinus does find the shot. And Danglers will continue their tear, take the 3rd round away from Blaze, and it is looking pretty one-sided here, ladies and gentlemen. Blaze has to find their way into an offensive win here to try to stay in this first map. is going to be Danglers' turn defending this OBJ. See what spawn Blaze gets and how they opt to try to get across here. Now they've got to be thinking cap. That will definitely put a little bit more pressure onto the Danglers to try to close out this map. They need to be fortunate enough with the picks early on, trying to get Danglers into a risky, maybe a 3v4 or a 3v5 situation. Put a little bit more pressure on them, force some rotations, and try to pick them off that way, but gameplay will tell us exactly what's going to happen because round 4 is kicking off. And here we go. Rusher's the new pickup for Danglers just a couple weeks ago. Working out quite well. His playstyle meshing well with that aggressive Danglers style. That mirrored spawn from the Blaze side as they push through the northeast. Some shots coming out onto Prefontaine, who takes the sort of the high road, and Rushers will be the first one to find a pick as Zero goes down in that center courtyard. Rushers very aggressive there on the back of the milk truck. Stumpy will find Silent on his little push into blue room, and just like that, Blaze down to just 3 alive. Gugukin's gonna have a hard time crossing that east as well. He's got 2 or 3 different angles covering his approach. We'll see if he's able to catch one out. As he looks for Llewellyn. Taking a look at the overhead of this defense. Spread pretty thin, but good coverage on the eastern side. We'll see if Squigukin's able to get across the road here. Ooh, and Rushers will find Prefontaine as well. On an absolute tear so far. 2 down for him. 1 for Stumpy as Birds and Squigukin regroup in the center. They have to find their way to push through. All quiet here as Squig pushes up towards Nintendo. Will he hear Stumpy's footsteps here? He's being a little loud. Oh, he's on the corner. Is he going to be ready for him? Stumpy's the one who finds the kill, and Squig is down. Now Verd's the final remaining member of Blaze. He's looking for Rushers. Does find the kill. Stumpy looking for that quick refrag. Verd spots him out. He's under fire from 2 different positions. The C4 comes out. The C4 kill finds Verds, and there it is. Danglers will take the first map 4-0. Just like that, Stumpy with a fantastic performance. 8 kills. Rushers with 6. Nintendo with 4. Blaze 2 across the board. It looks like there was a last-minute sub as well. As Cryo gets in for Silent for the next map. Since Silent was just in for that map. Take a look at the scoreboard here. Update our numbers. 4-0 goes the way of Danglers on map 1 Bazaar. Let's see what map 2 is going to be. Map 2 is gonna be Quarantine, ladies and gentlemen. Very excited for this one. So this will be the Blaze pick. They definitely feel comfortable on this map. All right, everybody loading in. So the only swap coming out on the Blaze side is Cryocell coming in for Silent Night. And And now we are going to see how Quarantine shakes out. Danglers start on the defense. Blaze going to be attacking that center glass OBJ. That will be the first defensive positioning for Danglers. Everybody is basically readied up. Should have everybody ready to go. We are just waiting for the Blaze guys to ready up before we get into this second map. Danglers taking a commanding lead on Bazaar. 4-0 goes the way of Danglers. Now we'll see if Blaze has an answer back here on Quarantine or if it'll just be 2 and done. For this matchup, Blaze a little bit lacking in the speed department. Definitely some slower plays, and we're just seeing players go down to these various angles, but just a strong defensive positioning by the Danglers has given them this first map. We'll see how map 2 goes here in just a moment. All right, the timer is through. The match is starting. Map 2 kicking off. Oops. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Back to gameplay. In the wrong window, ladies and gentlemen. Danglers now on the defense. Blaze getting that south spawn, southwest. They're gonna have a hard time crossing. It looks like they're gonna opt to push north rather than south, and we'll see if there's any. Turn the lasers on here. Stumpy getting very aggressive here. Could be finding the side of Prefontaine if he's not ready. No, Prefontaine is ready as he finds that aggressive push by Stumpy, and one member of Danglers already down and out. A little bit of pre-fire coming out. Verd's looking for the pick onto Rushers, is not going to find it. Rushers holding down the rooftop, but not for long as Cryocell finds the refrag. And the confirm will need to come out. And there it is. Squid will confirm. Now, 2 members of Danglers are out. 1 member of Blaze is down, so it is a 4v3. And it may be a moment here as the north push starts to get set up. Zero still on that south road, trying to stop people from crossing, keeping Nintendo in check. Prefontaine looking for the head of Llewellyn there over the top of the engine. Does not find any purchase. Shots from Plenus ring out as well, but he's not spotting anybody out just yet either. One and a half minutes gone. We're already in a 4v3. Prefontaine looking for anybody in that center courtyard. Llewellyn's nade, very nice there, but luckily Prefontaine has moved. Will he be able to spot Llewellyn's head from here? I think he's trying to track it. Oh, and Prefontaine just barely missing.
They're making it to where I can't look at that angle.
Now Prefontaine and Zero starting to close in a little bit. I think there might be some contact between Polinas and one of the members in the north there. Looks like Cryocell. The nade coming in so close, almost finding Prefontaine there on the inside. Nintendo looking for the frag. As Cryocell sounds a few rounds down, but Polinas will shut that push down, and Zero will capitalize on the positioning. Prefontaine will find Nintendo on the push out. Now it's just one member of Danglers, the Weller, left on the objective. He's got to be rotating through. The smokes are in. Did not get the call out for Cryocell dying, so he's got to be constantly checking this smoky free fires. The smoke in the OBJ, smart choice. You can't see it, you got to rush it. And Zero's on the inside now. Will Weller be able to hold on? Oh, okay. Hopefully that was just a caster bug, but he rushes the corner. Does find Zero there. A little bit of teleporting, just a tiny bit of teleporting. Hopefully that's just on the caster side. Ooh, and Llewellyn returning the favor to Prefontaine's positioning. They've got to close in on both sides. Squigukin should be getting an angle on Llewellyn here in just a second. There it is, and Squig will find Llewellyn. Blaze will take their first round of the series so far here on the offensive push on Quarantine 1. So Bizarre not going their way, but finding their stride here on Quarantine as a few members get a little overly aggressive on the Dangler side, and Blaze able to capitalize on that aggression. Now be Blaze's turn to defend, and we'll see which spawn the Danglers get, and if Blaze opts for an aggressive defense similar to that, or if they will decide to play it a little cooler and try to wait until Danglers are a little bit closer in before ambushing them. We will see what kind of play we're gonna get here, but it's pretty fantastic series so far to watch.
I won't be able to tell them out really at all.
All right, here we go. Gameplay is in. Round 2 of map 2 kicking off. Blaze on the defense. Danglers getting that north spawn. They're going to be pushing 3 to the north, 2 to the south. Early shots coming out for some of the defenders crossing through. Verds and Squigukin opting to take that northern side, so the defense is pretty split. Nintendo finding a very nice shot onto Cryo, and Polinas finds Squigukin early, and just like that, 2 members of the Blaze defense is down early. We're seeing a pretty similar situation here. Unbelievable that airburst not finding any purchase. Polinas and Rushers just saved by that. And Rushers will clean up Verds. There is just one member of Blaze left. He is on objective. Zero on the defense. There was a defensive trade in the south, but Zero not going to be able to get that res as the smokes start piling in. Stumpy Nub is going to be on the inside very soon here. Zero needs to start rotating. Oh, this is going to be a cap. This is it. Zero's not checking the positioning. And Danglers will find themselves 2 points just like that. No rotations from the defense cause that flub. And now Danglers take back the momentum here, going on to a defensive round. 2 points under their belt. Fantastic play there by Stumpy. A great read on the fact that the defense is not shifting around. Gave him the opportunity to punch in that code. Oops, that's the wrong score. That's not who scored those points. There we go. All right, now the offense and defense will shift. We are now dealing with the East HQ OBJ. We'll We'll see how Danglers are able to hold this one. Blaze need to answer back at least with a victory rather than nothing. If they don't want Danglers going up 1-3, that would be a real damper on the series. They need to try to stay competitive here and pick themselves up a Marsoc win as well. Otherwise, Danglers will likely run away with this quarantine map as well. And round 3 kicking off. Danglers now on the defense. Blaze getting that northeast spawn, or sorry, northwest spawn. They're gonna opt to cross 3 south, 2 heading north. All the defense will get set up. They are pretty close to the chest here. Looks like they will be trying to get Stumpy across. Zero with the smoke pre-fire, trying to make sure nobody gets in to the south. But the defense not yet crossing the street. Looks like Stumpy may be trying to cross in the far back here. Let's see. Kind of funny to watch this. Oh, he's taking some shots on already. Offensive lasers on his position. It looks like somebody spotted him out from the rooftop, and now Stumpy tucked in here. He has a very nice view here of the south, of that south street, as well as both of the approaches to the OBJ. It is a good position. He's able to get set up, and it Blaze now 60 seconds in, not that far from the OBJ. Zero and Cryocell just now getting set up here on the south side. We do have one in the north. I'm sorry, 2 in the north. One on the rooftop and one in that far north wall. See if that motel window is going to be able to deal with that Marsoc approach. Prefontaine creeping his way up, it looks like. Let's actually pop on over to his view. Yeah, he's going to be trying to deal with the Plenus defense there. Going to be a tough peak to make on both sides. I'm not sure Plenus will have the angle. I don't think he'll have the angle down here. So Prefontaine stays low. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. And there's some smokes coming out here on the south. Will be a nice way to cross. Llewellyn should be able to spot Zero out as he comes through the smoke. Will Zero be ready? No. Catches a few rounds for his troubles. Plenus now looking for the smoke as well. He does confirm the kill onto Zero. Just like that, Blaze down to 4. Ooh, a nice little nade there. Checking for Llewellyn, doesn't find one. Squig ducking out of the way of that defensive nade as well. The rooftop offense needs to start moving. Plenus finds the down onto Squig.
Motel's right below the down arrow sign.
Smokes are now starting to run out. Plenus will find Prefontaine on his push across. And that is 2 downs. The rooftop should be able to pick up Prefontaine, but it would be a risky positioning. Stumpy sending bullets his way down towards Cryocell. Llewellyn will finish that off. Now it is just one member of the offense remaining as Llewellyn confirms Cryocell on the street. And now it is just Verds here. Was holding that rooftop angle. Will now have to deal with all of the Danglers all at once. We're just gonna ride along here.
Too far up.
Left. Can I get a clutch? Birds, please. Can I get a kill before I die, please?
Verds talking to himself in classic Verds fashion. This is just textbook Verds right there, rotating down. Opting for the more center push here. We'll have to deal with, at the very least, Plenus before he's able to get in towards that objective. Ooh, and the shot's already ringing out. Birds is spotted out long range. Looking for Plinus in that motel. Not sure he's going to find him. He keeps rotating into different positions. The defense sending a few rounds back. Only 60 seconds left. Not sure this is going to be the easiest approach for Verds to take. A lot of good defensive positioning. Llewellyn should have spotted him out there. As 60 seconds tick down, he does find the head of Rushers, but Rushers returns the favor, and Danglers will go up 3-1 here in map 2. Very solid defensive play there by the Danglers. There was really no holes there. Some really great positioning. Stuff we have definitely not seen before. And it works out quite well as they keep all 5 up and take down the members of Blaze as they make their push. Now the defense will be getting their chance. Blaze trying to hang on to the series here. They need to find this defensive win at the very least. Timer is going off. It's time for the Blaze defense as we get into round 4, map 2.
Just don't expose yourself to the window.
Smoke's coming out towards the south street. Great placement there on the early ones, but a little too far on the second. Danglers will be getting that north spawn, so no issue on the south cross if they opt to do it now. And there's the smokes coming out for the south cross. Relatively spotty coverage at best. But it does allow Cryocell to get across and get his eyes into the south. Danglers opting for this north push as they have Stumpy already, the tip of the spear. Pushing through, he's finding shots onto one. He gets Prefontaine. Just like that, Blaze down to 4. Willer pushed up on that south side already. Verds has to be careful with his peaks here. Stumpy is trained in on that door. Verds does spot him out. Takes care of that danger. Now they're going to have to deal with Llewellyn here on the south side. Birds taking some fire here from the north. They've got 2. Squig finds Llewellyn on that south side. Now it's just these 3 in the north. 1 at the north center glass. Birds has to be careful with these peaks. Rushers living up to his name, rushing up very aggressively on this corner, and Squig will find the kill. Now it's just 2 members of Danglers left. This is the defensive hold that Blaze needs. Can Nintendo and Plinus punch through and close this series out early, or will Blaze hang on to fight another round? The offense here in range. If they just catch out 1 or 2, they'll be able to capitalize on the rotations by Blaze. So the defenders on the objective need to stay tucked in. Oh, Nintendo spotting the edge of 0 there, almost able to find that pick. Zero's going to be careful with these re-peaks. Nintendo gonna give up on that angle. He does hear Verds moving around upstairs. The nade coming in, a very nice toss. Verds will stay tucked in. Ooh, and that nade just a little too far. Plenus there looking like he was about to catch a grenade as well. Nice toss by Squig, a little too far. Verds does find the back of Plenus, leaves just Nintendo.
I'm in Motel second story.
Follow along with Nintendo here as he has to try to find a way to punch through. He can find Zero here as he's been a little aggressive on the peaks. There it is, the first pick. Nintendo finds one. Is he going to be able to find Verds?
Bottom motel, first story.
Oh, and Nintendo just able to avoid those shots. He's looking for Cryocell upstairs. He does find that. 1v2 here, minute and 30 left. Oh, an unfortunate smoke toss there. Not quite where he wanted it, but Verds will be looking for him on that long-range peak. He's got to keep Nintendo pinned here. He's only got 75 seconds left. Will Squig be able to find the side of Nintendo, or is he going to just continue I think he's going to stay tucked in on that OBJ as that sort of last resort. Not sure if Nintendo has an accurate count, but he will opt to back away. He's only got 50 seconds to try to make this rotation happen. "30 seconds remaining. The watch beep comes in. Will he be able to catch Verds on the rotation? Verds rotating through. Should be watching this corner. He does spot him out, and Verds finds the kill in the end. Squig with the confirm. Blaze staying in the series 2-3 on map 2. Great series overall so far. Bazaar had a bit of a rocky start for Blaze, and Danglers absolutely on fire that map, sweeping at 4-0, but Quarantine has been no cakewalk either. Danglers holding a strong defense and able to punch in a cap, getting themselves those 3 points, but Blaze fighting back now, potentially to tie up the series here. They're going to be looking for it. The objective is the rooftop courtyard OBJ. And we'll see how Blaze opts to attack this one. All right, we're getting into round 5 now of this quarantine map. Blaze getting that crater spawn. They're gonna have to deal with anybody pushing up through the north. I'm wondering if they're gonna send anyone south.
Alright, 4 of us up.
See how Blaze decides to push this. If they push through, Stumpy might be able to catch one out, but it looks like they're going to opt to try to defend the cross here in the north. They're going to need smokes. I mean, this is a lot of guns trained on their positions. One does make it through on the inside. Stumpy now looking for the second. Shots coming out from Zero. Stumpy doesn't have his gun up. He's not ready for that cross. Call out will come out. Is he using a bolt action sniper with iron sights? Oh, Stumpy. You so crazy. Oh, and the shot comes out onto Verds. It's not going to find any love there as Llewellyn tucks himself in here on the inside. This is going to be a good position to catch Verds out. I don't think Verds will be ready for this spot. When I didn't even know this little crack here existed. Llewellyn watching that inside of the rooftop wall. The rest of Blaze just set up here in the north, waiting for a way to be able to push through. They're going to have to find a way past... Ooh, who is that? That is Rushers watching that inside burning rubble positioning. Prefontaine should be able to get across pretty easily here. No one really watching this position. Now let's check back in the north here as this is stacked. Zero, Squig, and Cryo along with Verds up in the north. Zero just barely missing out. Stumpy Nub almost catching a few rounds there from Verds as he looks to try to knock down one of the defenders in the north. And the grenade will come out onto his position. Very solid nades, but he has already rotated through. He's going to be on the backside here pretty soon. See if Llewellyn is ready and if Squigukin is ready here. Shots from Zero ringing out onto Stumpy's position. Llewellyn finds the one. Birds finds the refrag, and the north is opening up a little bit. Squig is not ready, and Stumpy Nub does find the shot. In the end, as Prefontaine looks for the refrag, he does find it. And there's the confirm from Cryocell. So it is 3v3 with a res available for the Blaze gentlemen. Zero here about to be revived.
Thanks, bro.
Now a little bit of defensive rotation as they're opting to send, who's that, Nintendo here into the north. If he gets here quick enough, he could absolutely devastate this north push.
One running on west side rooftop by plane wing.
The call-outs there from Prefontaine are for the defensive positioning. Nintendo does find one. Verds in the far north taken out. Cryo, is he going to be ready for Plenus' position? Yes! But the trade comes out. Plenus is down.
Watch center. Watch
And revivable. Zero on the inside here gets caught by Rushers, and just like that, the swing goes in the way of Danglers. It's just one member of Blaze left. That will be Prefontaine here back at the tow trucks. So the res should come out here for Plenus. And let's just follow along with Prefontaine as he looks to try to take down three members of Danglers to try to keep Blaze in the series. He does find the head of Rushers. Ooh, and he almost finds the shots on the rooftop. He's got 2 minutes to try to get this 1v2 locked in. I'm just going to continue riding along with Prefontaine. Look, we can look down the sights now. Isn't that fun? Isn't that a fun thing that we can do that us casters constantly forget? He's going to opt to rotate north. The defender might be able to catch him out here. Oh, he's on the other side of the wall. Ooh, and the shots from Plenus will ring out, and Danglers will be the winners of this series. 4-2 on map 2 will give them the series, as Bazaar went 4-0 the way of Danglers as well. Now we will be playing that third map for those sweet, sweet MMR points. See what kind of damage this will cause for the Blaze, gentlemen. Very solid defensive hold there. Was looking the way of Blaze for a little bit of time, but that choice rotation by Nintendo is going to be what seals the deal for them. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta get our team names correct. The third map is going to be... We're gonna be dealing with a little bit of... We don't have it on our war room. Oh, so sad. Map 3 will stay undecided on the board, but it is gonna be Turbine. Turbine. We are playing the new map. Recently dropped here on Onward just a few weeks ago. And has been a fun one for the teams to try out. We've seen it in league play once before, I believe. And that was also a Blaze match. Blaze versus Globo. Blaze able to take that round away from Globo as well. So feeling somewhat confident on it, but this is actually the Danglers pick. Although Blaze does have to agree for it to be played. And the first round is already kicking off. Gameplay kicks off on round 1, map 3 here. Blaze getting that, I think that's the basement? Sub-basement OBJ? Let's see what happens if I follow a player into the elevator. Will I just teleport down with them? No? Okay.
I'm just faking it.
Oh, okay.
Damn it, Nintendo. You faked me out as well. All right, let's get ourselves down towards where that defense is. So they are in the basement. We don't really have our casting legs. This is actually my first time casting this map. We're just gonna walk down the corridors as if we were playing. Nope, those stairs go up. See, I'm already lost. There we go, Squig 0 down here. So the defense opting for a completely downstairs on the objective defense. Some defensive nades coming through. Sending that smoke up, you know? Send it on up there. All right, Prefontaine looking like he's going to be the first one to deal with any of the Danglers as they push through these various corridors. Rushers and Stumpy just upstairs. Offense just clearing every floor. Stumpy taking the shield down, going to be running into Verds here pretty soon. Kit, Mittens, and 0 will trade out entirely. Oh, and Plenus will find the side of Verds. Confirmed coming out from Rushers, and now the offense is inside. Prefontaine and Cryocell forced to rotate in. I think Stumpy just got flashed there, so that's why he had to back out. Prefontaine and Rushers will trade out. Now it is Cryo and Stumpy left with Plenus and Squigukin, I believe. Yes, indeed. Ah! Get away from me, Walls! Stumpy does find the kill onto Cryo, and now he has got... Or he's gonna have Pat out here in just a moment. The cap is gonna come out as Squigukin is far off the objective. Not gonna be able to defend it from over there. I think he was looking for Nintendo that whole time. And there it is. Danglers will take the first 2 points of map 3 as well. A strong offensive push down the middle. Danglers really running away with the series here. Not giving up any of the maps to Blaze. Wanted to keep all that MMR for themselves. Not gonna lie to you folks, this map is tough to cast. This is a tough map to cast. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Oh, and we are already back in. So the spawns have flipped. Blaze getting the opposite side of the dam as their first spawn. Round 2 now underway. Follow the Blaze guys all the way through and out as they push down this stairwell. Looks like the Danglers will be somewhat ready for them as they send 4 down. Oh boy. Stumpy will be the first one to deal damage as Verds goes down to those shots. They've still got 3 on this corner here. Stumpy looking for Squig. Gonna be a tough one to spot out. When the C4 toss goes up, the detonation goes off, but no kill there. Stumpy will find the kill with the gun as Cryocell gets the refrag. Now it is a 3v4. Blaze having to find their way down after getting that kill. Oh, Kitten Mittens was subbed in. I just noticed that. Ooh, the shots ringing out from Rushers do find one as Cryocell goes down. Response shots there. Oh, and Polinus is gonna find a kill onto Zero as well, and he'll find Prefontaine on the same stairs. And Danglers will go up 3-0 here on Turbine. A very quick defensive push there by Polinus, finding 2. Gives them that 3-0 lead just like that. Now Blaze has to respond with a defense of their own. It is going to be not inside of the turbine this time. The objective will be in the north courtyard. We'll see how the defense will handle this offensive push by the Danglers. They need to stay in this series. They want even 1 map point. Round 3 kicking off now. Defense discussing their positioning there. We'll be watching for those spawns. Squig, not quite high enough to be able to see over that. So Verds will be likely the first one here to spot out the spawn position. He gets a little aggressive. We'll see if this pays off as he has 4 members of the Danglers pushing onto his position. Ooh, Rushers might catch the back of Verds. He does indeed, but he catches the back of Stumpy as well. And the TK comes out. Linus will opt to take the shield. Squig taking a few shots from Nintendo there. Oh, Plenus confirmed there. Nintendo going down as well before Rusher's able to clean that up. 3 members of Blaze left, 2 on the Dangler side as Rushers and Kitten Mittens look to put together the rest of this offense here. They didn't quite even get across the road before they were spotted out. A great series of picks there by Squig. Cryocell will find Rushers. Now Kitten Mittens trained in on Cryocell's position. Oh, but it's too late. Prefontaine will be the one that pops out, finds Kitten Mittens on that kill, and Blaze will take their their round point here. Make it a 3-1. Now it is Dangler's turn to defend this north courtyard OBJ. We'll see how they fare. They're able to catch the spawn out early. is underway. Round 4 kicking off here. Danglers on the D. Blaze getting that far north spawn.
Indonesian palms, and over here you have a Alabama straight wire. These plants do not go together.
This is that fountain in suburbia, and it's just like 20.
Very critical Plenus there, describing the flora and fauna of Turbine for everybody. All right, Blaze going to be getting this quicker spawn. We'll see if they're able to capitalize on it. Already one on the roof. Rushers will find 0. Birds with the quick frags, though, will get Stumpy and Nintendo downed as well. On their aggressive push out, he finds Rushers as well. 3 down already. Plenus trading out with Cryo. Cryo able to be rezzed, but just one member of Danglers remaining. As Stumpy Up is down and out inside of the courtyard, or outside of the courtyard here. It's just Kit Mittens on the outside. It's going to have a hard time defending the entire range of the OBJ here, but the callouts from Stumpy should be choice if Kit Mittens. He does spot Birds out. Birds, though, with the quick response, gives Kit Mittens what he was asking for. And Blaze handily take that round as well. Staying in the series is the only thing on their minds right now. Staying in this map. Not letting it go all the way of Danglers. Otherwise, that sweet, sweet MMR juice just kind of leaks out. It leaks out of the bullet holes, you know? All right, we have got... Oh boy, I have to get myself down into the defense. There we go. We've got Blaze on the defense in round 5. They've got this, yeah, we don't even have names for all these places. The engine room, it's the engine room OBJ. Defense has to be thinking to stay a little tighter. At least that's what I want them to be thinking, am I right? Team captains, come on. You guys get it. But they are opting to push a couple out. The Danglers will be on the opposite spawn. It's Cryocell, the only one looking to defend. Oh, and they've taken the elevator. I was like, where did they go? They all vanished. But the elevator...
What's left?
I like this 4-man push from the Danglers.
Bing bang. Echolocation. These fences are 9 bulletproof, so just keep yourself in between them until the death sticks them. Right there.
I'll follow the Danglers as they push through on the bottom side. They will be opting to pop up right behind Cryocell here. So we'll see if he and Prefontaine are going to be ready for this stairwell push. Oh, I don't think Prefontaine is going to be. Oh, the trade comes out. Rushers finds 1, and Prefontaine responds in kind. Nintendo able to take out Cryo in the ambush position, and Danglers now have an easy approach into this OBJ. Shots ring out from Squig, trying to keep Stumpy suppressed. But he's pushing through. He's looking for the picks. Plenus looking to try to get the frag there off of that positioning. As now Zero's on the inside wall. Zero finds 1. Kitmans with the refrag. Plenus and Kitten now pushing through. Kitten finds another. Squig on that frag. It's just 1 member of the defense. He's got the pad out. He's going to be looking for Cap here. Verds needs to be down. Otherwise, this will be a 5-2. The grenade comes out on the backside of Kitten Mittens, and he does find 1. Now it is just up to... Is that Nintendo? That's Nintendo there in the far corner. When he has a nice little angle here. Verds getting a little aggressive. Nintendo just missing out. Verds does spot him out, though, and finds the kill onto Nintendo. Blaze hanging on by a thread here in Turbine, trying to take this final map. Skin of their teeth. Oops. To the scoreboard. To the scoreboard! Blaze tying things up here. as Danglers will now be looking to defend this same objective and trying to take the third map away from what has otherwise been a rout of the Blaze boys.
You wanna,
See if the offense can put something together here.
I guess I'll go hold it.
Let's ride along with Cryocell.
Elevator.
Let's just follow these guys.
Who gives a fuck?
Cryocell leading the charge.
That over right there.
Oh, they're gonna take the same Danglers approach.
Oh, yeah. Coming?
See if the camera just stays in here. Do I get to go down with them? I think somebody said this was a bug, but we will find out. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's definitely not taking me with them, but I will hop down there myself. Not one to be robbed of my needs. Ooh, and the shots ring out already. A little bit of return fire there onto rushers. As the offense does push through. Squigukin finding the first kill. Cleanus going down right above the OBJ. Stumpy and Nintendo both training their weapons in this direction. Birds is not going to have an easy time pushing through. He's still watching for one. Zero's already on the inside here. He finds the back of Nintendo, but is just a trade.
I'm down. Kill him. He's to my right.
Ooh, Stumpy does confirm Zero, but the shots ringing out onto Cryocell do not land, and he does find the kill onto Stumpy. Not before Rushers is back in on the defense of the objectives. Rushers and Kitten Mittens, the only two standing straight up, and Kitten Mittens with the unfortunate team kill should be giving Prefontaine some information as to where the defense is. There is still 3 left. They need to get this Nintendo res. Oh, and Prefontaine catches the bullets of Kitten Mittens, who's far more ready for his push.
No, the other one, over here.
And there it is. Squigukin's going to be looking for the pick here onto Kitten Mittens. Oh, and he does find it. It's evened out to a 2v2. Rushers battling with Verds here on the corner. We're going to take it from the offensive side as Squig pushes through. Nintendo going to be looking for this pick at long range, and he might find it as Squigukin's not paying attention to that side. He does find one. Verds with the frag onto Rushers. It's a 1v1. Coming down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. 3 minutes, 30 seconds, 1v1. Can Blaze take the final map and soften the blow of the loss? Or will Danglers sweep? You're on Turbine. We're just gonna follow Birds. Oops. Ah, well, that's okay. Ooh, and a nice nade! The nade will find Nintendo. A perfect toss. Will yes, Birds, what a nade. Will give Blaze that final map, softening the blow up a little bit. The final kill counts there. Birds with 8, Squig with 6. Rushers picking up 7 for his team. And a great series overall, as Danglers do take the series away from Blaze. 11-6 is the final score. But a fun one to watch nonetheless. Glad we were still able to pick up this cast. A little bit of last minute shifting. A little bit of last minute caster shifting. But otherwise, we were able to figure it out. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to the Onward Master League here today. This was Season 8, Week 8, Danglers versus Blaze. Fantastic matchup. I do appreciate you guys hanging out in the chat, dropping those clips and those subs and those bits. As usual, you guys are the reason we do this. Do want to thank our sponsors, VR Cover and ProTube VR. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring the league and providing all the sweet prizes that we hand out for our championships. That is fantastic stuff. If you are interested in joining the Master League suite of games, go ahead and head over to vrmasterleague.com/ Onward or the game of choice. We have several. You can sign up to be a reservist, play on a team, etc., etc. That is going to do it from the casting desk for me here today. I have been your caster, Noman with a 4. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you maybe a little bit next week as we will be traveling for OC6, etc. But we might still bring you a couple games. Can't just leave you high and dry. Otherwise, you guys have a fantastic evening, and I will see you next time.